Water butts are a great way to capture water all year round, especially during those wet months of winter and autumn. And to be able to save water for use in our gardens during the dry, hot spells during summer and spring is such a wonderful opportunity. And plants love rainwater. When you first receive your water butt, it will come with a number of different components. This will include the actual water butt itself, which is generally around 200 litres. You receive the lid, which will be lockable. You'll also receive the tap that will attach to the water butt, the rainwater diverter kit, which attaches to your downpipe and to the water butt, and the base. On this particular model as well, there's a slow release attachment which consists of a hose and the fitting to your water butt. Fitting the water butt is easy and straightforward as long as you follow a few simple steps. Firstly, you need to make sure your water butt is close enough to your downpipe that the diverter kit is able to reach. This is usually around 50 centimetres. And secondly, you want to make sure that your water butt is on a solid and level base. This will ensure that it's not going to tip over, especially when it's full of water. And also, if you can, position your water butt in shade. This will help keep the water cool. This one is going to be the preferred location due to the level surface, obviously the proximity to the downpipe. So we're just going to check that we have got a flat surface with a spirit level. We check it in both directions, and yeah, that's perfect. So we're going to get our base and just position that and double check it again that we are still level. And then we're also going to check that we are in a close enough proximity to the downpipe. Okay, and we're just going to check the downpipe attachment. Yep, on this particular kit, the attachment is 50 centimetres, and we've approximately got 30 to 40 centimetres to reach there, so that's going to be perfect. Now we've checked the level of the base, I'm just going to place the actual water butt on the base and double check that we are close enough proximity to the downpipe. Okay, so we're a little bit close to the wall there, so we just need to move our base out slightly so that the water butt close enough to the wall but not actually touching. So we've positioned our base and water butt, and now we're just going to double check the distance from the water butt to the downpipe. Yeah, we've got 30 centimetres, so it's more than adequate to fit our diverter pipe. For the next stage, you're going to need to fit the tap. So you have your tap, a rubber washer and a nut. So your tap will fit in the hole at the base of the water butt. So just give that a wiggle, pop that in. Your rubber washer will go on the back of the tap, and then your nut will be the last thing to go on. And just give that a tighten. Yep, and there we go. We just want to make sure that the base orientation is in the correct position. So you look at your base, you'll see it have an indentation. Now this is to enable it to receive a watering can. So you just need to make sure that that indentation is in line with your tap. So this next stage, we're going to look at fitting the diverter kit to the downpipe. There is a little bit of measuring at this point, so do refer to the instructions. You're going to need a level and a pen or a pencil, and we're going to transfer the level from the top of the water butt across to the downpipe. And we're just going to make a mark, like so. And then you're going to need a tape measure, and we're going to measure 1 centimetre down from the mark we've just made, and then we're going to make another mark 3 centimetres down from the mark we've previously made. For this next stage, we're going to actually cut the downpipe. So you're going to need a pair of safety glasses and a pair of gloves. I'm going to be using a pipe cutting saw, but an axe saw will be equally as good. Looking back at the marks we've made, the first cut we're going to make is the bottom line. So you need to get a firm grip of the pipe, and you want to try and keep your cut as straight as possible. Now we've made our first cut, we're going to move on and make our second cut. I always generally make the lower cut first because it enables you to take a good grip of the pipe to make the second cut. So now we've made our cut, we're going to need to fit the diverter. But in order to do that, we're going to need a little bit of movement in this to lower it down so we can actually get the diverter in place. So in order to loosen this pipe, we're going to pull the screw out of the wall bracket slightly, And this should enable us to slide this pipe down like so. And this will enable us to be able to fit the diverter. So you want the square end facing upwards, like so. And just push that so it's a tight fit. We need to make sure that this out pipe is facing your water butt. And then we'll reposition over the lower part of the pipe, and we can just pull that up to meet the diverter. And then we can fasten the wall bracket up tight again. So this next stage, we're going to connect the actual water butt to the down pipe. And you'll see located on the water butt are these black plugs, which you'll just need to pop out. And then you get your fitting, which consists of plastic nut, the washer and the hose attachment. You need to slide your washer over the hose attachment and just push that through from the back. Then the nut goes over the front and just tighten. You want to get a good seal, because obviously you want to try and keep this watertight. And then you get a section of hose that needs to be just pushed onto the diverter. And then that will push onto the hose attachment of the water butt. So this particular water butt has a slow release hose, and to enable you to fit that, you'll need the hose attachment, the nut and the washer. Now you push the hose attachment through the hole, slide the rubber washer onto the back and attach the nut. And you want to get a good tight fitting to enable to keep the water butt watertight. Okay, and then you take your hose and you'll attach that to the hose attachment. So once your hose is fitted, there's a number of options of where you can direct the water to. That might be a soakaway, it might be a planting bed. In this instance, we're going to direct it back to the drain. And the final thing to do now is just to put the lid on. So you'll need to line these nodules up with the water butt, like so. Give it a tap down, and that will enable you just to lock that in place. So I hope you found this video useful. Now it's all complete, you're all ready to start collecting that lovely rainwater.